Economists had predicted we would see no change in unemployment figures. Obviously, that didn't pan out. Listening into that was Brad Olsen, Principal Economist at Infometrics. Brad, good morning.
Morning.
So, thoughts on the Finance Minister's comments there? Has she got a point? Is it fair what she's saying, or do we need to actually blame her for not turning this ship around?
Look, I think the labour market in general has, of course, been in a tough position. I'm still never sure if politicians themselves are able to drive all that much business activity. I don't think any finance minister can walk down the road to a business and say, hey, can you please hire some more? So the government's influence a lot of the time is a lot more indirect. But look, the finance minister's point around jobs creation is fair. There was a lift in employment levels coming through, that 15,000 additional job figure. What's interesting, I think, is that you are seeing, by the looks of it, with that rising participation rate, a bit of an adjustment, I guess, in terms of what people think is available out there when it comes to jobs. You have seen more people that were previously not looking for work. They were out of the labour force. Now, all of a sudden, they've come back in. And that does seem to suggest that people are casting about. But even then, the job opportunities aren't sort of as forthright as you might hope. We saw that about half of that jobs creation in the last quarter was part-time roles rather than full-time. So people are still looking for more hours. But underneath that slightly higher unemployment rate, yes, there looks to be some slightly better news.
And Brad, when, in terms of people needing confidence that that rate is going to turn, or that ship is going to turn around, that the unemployment rate is going to start actually coming down rather than going up, that gives people the confidence to go out and spend. When are we expecting to see that?
I think you've seen some of the sort of first elements of that, the sort of early warm-up, if you will, in terms of a bit more of that jobs creation. You've seen business surveys recently suggesting quite high confidence and willingness to both invest and to employ. The actual job ad numbers recently have been a little bit more subdued than we might have hoped, so it still feels a bit patchy and stop-start. But over time, as I think you get through the first couple of months of this year, I think you do start to see businesses hire a bit more. And even looking at some of the wider figures, the lots of the underutilization rate in the December quarter was unchanged at 13%. And so it does look like you've sort of got a bit more of a shift or continuum. People who previously weren't looking for jobs who now are. Some people who were previously looking for jobs, well, they've got some, but they sort of want more hours. And it's going to be certain industries that will drive this. The likes of construction and manufacturing remain down on a year ago, but the likes of accommodation and food services, often driven by the tourism economy, starting to pick up. But you're right, it's going to take a little bit of a circuit breaker over time as that confidence comes up for households to go, sure, my mortgage rate is lower, but if I'm worried about my job, I'm still going to sort of be a bit shy when it comes to spending. I think as we get through this year, that sentiment and expectation of better times to come will start to improve what households are doing.
Brad, appreciate your update this morning as always. Thank you. Brad Olsen, Principal Economist at Infometrics.